Hello my hosts and welcome to another Factorio live stream. Today we are going to be starting on working on our purple science. So as soon as I got my wings out of the way, let's get right into that. And just before I do that purple science, I've got one little mistake I want to fix. Just changing that from a plus to a multiply. There we go. Oh. Stop running away from me. There we go. And we'll hop into here. What does that need? Oh, it needs signals. I better put some signals here while we are at it. It's all done. Right. So we're going to put our new purple science plant over here on our branch line. And we'll add a condition. Passenger not present. Right. Did I say and? That needs to be and. So we'll get one of our typical 3 loaders. This will do fine. We'll just copy this unloader from here. Come down to this spot. We don't want to go over on top of that field there, so we can just stick it like that. And now things will start unloading and being built. Get some of those signals in place. We look at the formulas. We've got some radars that need to be built. But if we look at the production formula for the science, we'll need rail. So you are going to be used for rail. So many radars. Sort of a bit of overkill, but nevertheless. There we go. We change you to be rail drop off. And we'll look at our trains. We've got the rail pickup. Add a new station. Why don't we have... Oh, it's unavailable at the moment. Rail drop-off. Empty cargo. There we go. Have to make sure this gets completed. And have to put in power down to here, I think. I'll need some more iron chests. Gonna call in our train for steel train. Oh, it's almost got a full load. That is terrific. Bring you down here. Conditioner, passenger present, and Cool. And change this from that to triggering off rail, which is under logistics. There we go. That. The advantage of not having this powered means that we don't get trains delivering to us. Unless we do. Well, it's not going to get unloaded at least. Where is our steel train? Hey, it's coming. Excellent. And, oh, we're going to need green inserters as well. You come along up to there. Also need some of those. Some of those. And it wants conveyor belts as well. So let's get some conveyor belts. Right. Steel. Or a whole lot of steel boxes. Trace back here. Load you up. No, we don't need that now. Continue. Come along here. This is currently red circuits, but what it will be set to soon. Is my voice going? Yep. Is electric furnaces. Oh, I'm out of them as well. That's fine. And more signals. Okay, you going to be furnace. Drop off. And we go to trains. Furnace pick up. Add a new station. Furnace drop off. Empty cargo. And we change you to being your furnace. Which is under production. There we go. There we go. Just make sure these get connected up so our trains can return to the rest of the network. Yeah, why are you complaining? Oh, there's no path. Yep, there is definitely no path there. Right. we out of... Ironically, we are out of rails, but we have a vehicle full of rails just sitting down there. That train will go past. There we go. Now we've got the conveyor belts. We can move that to there. What? Did you time out? I don't want you to time out. There we go. Pick up some more conveyor belts from you. Right. So we've got the furnaces. Furnace drop off, excellent. And the last bit of my programming. Why is that set to red? I'm not sure. Is this one, which will be productivity modules. And we can't put in stone. Remove that for the time being. Okay. And I want to have 0 stone in my system. There we go. Rename stop. Productivity mod. Drop off. And we go productivity mod. Pick up at station. Productivity mod. Drop off. Empty cargo. Excellent. We are out of steel boxes again? Really? And signals. Oh. 5. We'll queue those up as well. Right. Next thing is to get power to here, which will bring down along the train line, I think. There we go. Stand there. Let's let these catch up with me. It's moving slowly so our bots don't get too lost. Here we go. And dampener there. Probably run this line up northwards as well, just so we have 2 routes into here. Oh. There we go. While we are here, we've got all these productivity modules. We might as well stick them on. Is that like that? Yep. Might as well stick them on our miners. There we go. Just get a bit more copper out of here as we go. Like that. And like this as well. Pots can't keep up with me, it's just a... pain. Do need some more mines, I think. There we go. It's complaining that I don't have any mines in there. Ah, furnaces are being supplied as well. Grab you. Let's head back up. And this one's looking really tempting as a third iron mine, just because it doesn't supply... Sorry, it's just so close to what we've already established now. Okay. And we'll put the last bit of train line here. Oh, we need some of them. Gonna manually make them. There we go. Why is there no power? Oh, it says power line hasn't been set up yet. Copy this out here. Mod drop off. Change that to production modules. I think that's in under production. No. Yes, it is. Productivity module. There. And a little bit of resetting. All set up. That gets finished off. What are you doing? You're waiting for the furnace to be ready. Ah! I'm amateur. Nice to see you around. And got another train delivered. Excellent. Now we need some more conveyor belts. Need more conveyor belts and undergrounds, but yeah, at weight condition, passenger present, and right. Oh. You've got another load there. That's cool. So, point this in this direction. Like that. Still got more of them. So we'll be taking 3 items in. Let's just check the proportions. Is it 1 for 1? So I'm saying we could put the rails on 1 conveyor belt and we double the furnace and the productivity module. Okay. That makes sense. So we'll grab all the rails out of here, all of that. Tell you to get going. Now, we'll watch the bots start to build these out. Interesting that the rails haven't come through. It's going fine. I'll just fix this bit up here. And I am going quite well at the moment. Probably working on a new video tomorrow. And just finishing off some research and script writing at the moment. I'll hopefully get that finished quite soon. And other bits of fun we've been having is the house has now got three-phase power. And soon we'll have a new stove, which will also be good, so I can do some cooking. And, yep. And it feels nice to have sort of like get prerequisites done, which help to move the productivity of the things you're working on. Just unlock those things there. Yep. 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 Drop this one off as well. Okay. There we go. Got a second load of rail. Why hasn't that turned red? That's weird. Because the other one's turned red to indicate that they're loaded up. But this one didn't. I wonder if I've got some setting here. Oh, there's some boxes missing. I think that's the problem. This one is that. It's that. That. Something is wrong here. Because it says the number of trains is less than A, turn green. Got rail in. Put signals, rail and our A1. Oh, so yeah, it should return green. Green is equal to 0. Right, no, it should be if green is greater than 0. Okay. Was set back to front. So that's now disabled. So it should be. And we still need undergrounds as well. I'll summon my train up here because we're going to need a lot of undergrounds for what we are about to do. So, no, that's not what we want. We want the patch trains. Yeah. There we go. Passenger present and we can let these come in while we are waiting. Can't wait until we get the little robot, the not little robot, the big robot, the Spidertron, which we'll be able to load up with the Roboport in order to do this manually. Now, here comes our coordination thing. It's delivering some plastic. Okay, so we'll grab some undergrounds from here. Hopefully... Unfortunately leaving behind one of you. Go to starter base. Right. Okay, we'll have underground conveyors for the starter base. We'll have this done off. Let's copy this corner here. No, that's the wrong way. It's fine. We can actually do our own corner. That's too close. Cancel that. So we want to go back to 1, 2. This is the far angle for this, so it goes like that. That will go like that. That will go like that. That will go like that. Cool. Yeah, bring that out like that. And we'll fork off from there. This is getting very low on resources, so we might have to transfer building the undergrounds to its own plant as well. So as you can see, there's now no iron ore in here. Yeah. Well, there's a few skerricks of it, but not much. That's okay. Gracefully allowing this to run itself down is a part of the program. Passenger not present. There we go. And probably add red belt production to our list of things to do, and yellow belt underground and red belt underground, yellow belt splitter, and red belt letter. Basically, upgrades all round for everything. Right. Now, I think this means that our robots have got to catch us up. There we go. Yeah, they got lost. They got a little bit lost. Oh, we can't wait for them to come back. Easy enough thing to do. Take you out of there. Put you back in. And our robots will get reset. Right. And I want to have these ones fixed up as well. Not sure if the bots will eventually return to me, or if resetting them like that kills them forever. But anyway, so this will be our main line, and the other rows will support what we're doing. The belts will support. Now, if we look at the formula, it says 30 rails every 20 seconds. So we've got 30 divided by 20. At actually, it should be the other way around, shouldn't it? 20. I'm not sure. Let's go to the Factorio calculator. Factorio planner. Go for purple science. Okay. Nine. That's not going to be enough. 3. So let's have a run of 28 of the blue things. I think that should fully consume one of these columns. Yeah. We're low on robots, but there we go. So we have our bots coming off. Actually, no. We want to wait till that's fully around there. You go under, under, under. You go under. Joiner. Be like that. Right. Oh, it grabbed the thing out of my hand. I hate when it does that. Conveyor belts. Let's get some more conveyor belts up here. Use there. Passenger presence and so we'll have that one there, that one there. Reverse that. And copy you. Copy that one in place. Right. And I've realised I put this in the wrong spot. And there we go. Just get rid of all of this. So I want another four-way gap. Go out like that. And then we have the joiners here. Let's go forward 2. I need to make it ultra compact. We've got some more conveyor belts. Excellent. Yeah, you can get back to your normal duties. And copy this along here. Basically doing just a little bit of experimentation. Right. We go up like that. And you, we're going to need another dump box here as well. Let's get rid of that. Oh, we picked up some raw fish as well. Okay. Just finish this off here while we are at it. Just let the bots do their job. Delivering in a tray. it's the thing we're constructing. Okay. Right. And you are delivering like that. That'll flow out. So we'll split this one along. Have it run into there. We'll have a red. Yep, we got long-armed inserters. Do what they meant to do. We'll ride this one out. Oh, got a new delivery of furnaces. That is cool. Right. That delivering in. So. Run this one along here. And you I'm thinking how I want to do this. One along there. No. So this one comes along here. This will be the quad bus for the product as it returns. That comes along there. Right. Have a fast inserter inserting into there. This one's going to be set to purple. Productivity modules in it. That one comes along like that. Long handle inserter returning the product. Inserter drawing off there. We have this one coming down like that. Let's see what we can do for power. We have power coming in. That's fine there. And we'll come along here. Okay, it's now connected to the grid. Okay. We then double it across that way. Put those in there. That one up from there. going the wrong way, so we're kind of feeding down into that. That's all done. Copy along that side. And we have the same thing happen over here. That goes down there. This comes along here. Have a splitter joiner. Two. It's not how we do it. Okay. So we've got purple science coming in from that cell. Now we can duplicate this. Bring it up to about 20-ish. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. What are we out of? We're just out of robots. Okay. Copy that. And copy that again. So let's quit out that. 1, 2. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I think that should be enough. And if not, we can increase the size. What can we do for purple? We need more explosives as well. That's going to be an issue. Let's summon our train. Starter base packs. Bring our train up to over there. Passenger present to that spot. Trains. Just recall all of these. And while we're at it, we can run this down here. So it's about level with this bit where it turns off. Oh, we're out of those as well. Cool. Well, that will get fixed soon enough. So we can summon our conveyor belt train up here. So when we come back with the explosive, it will be ready. Add passenger present and right. And where is our train? You can recognize it because it's 2 vehicles. Right, okay. getting a nice solid flow of the purple science. We're going to build a loading station just up there, and then we'll have to unload it into our research facilities, which will be our next step. And then we can start doing more research, which we haven't been able to so far. Okay. So, we'll have our research ready shortly. Oh, trains are running fine. Oh, that is a pity. We've finally gotten onto building the purple science. So this will unlock our next level of technology. For the explosives, I need coal. Okay. Yep. We've got the purple science factory kind of done. Here's some here that ended up in my backpack for some reason. I'm just going to throw that into here. Spare purple science we don't need. And we need some iron. What can we just get rid of at the moment? We don't actually need those pumps for a while. There we go. Yeah, it's the notification system that YouTube has is very strange and not entirely reliable, people have found. Okay. So, come up here. They're not present. So, here's the stuff we've got so far. We've got trains delivering the prerequisites, so productivity cert. Yeah. That is the truth. One of the issues that Google has is a matter of scale. That if you have a system that works 95% of the time, it might not be worth fixing it. But at the scale that Google operates at, something failing 95% of the time is still a massive number of people having problems. It's also sort of feeds into, yeah, it's a huge number. Also feeds into basically a societal problem that you can have systems that work for the majority of people, but if they happen to be disabled or have problems like that, it doesn't work. That's what, yep, 78, that sounds about right. And almost everybody in sort of like the civilized world at some point or another will make use of a Google product. Which is quite alarming if you think about it. To be a company with that much power. And my bots are automating that. While they do that, we can copy this out, line it up, and this goes like that. Bring that down to the next level. No, get out of that. And we are still, we need, I'm going to pick up some more bots. So I think we've lost some along the way. There we go. That's why we're getting so many complaints about there not being enough bots. And out. Okay, it looks like we don't need this uppermost bit. Right, we'll just cut that off. Because we fully consume the railroads at that point. Okay. We'll go down. You go like that. There we go. Copy this through here. And that's where our next bit of rail comes in. This is our alright. That comes here. This goes like that. Reverse that. That reverses in. Okay, it's all set up. So this will bring in the next set of production modules, productivity modules. And this is the furnaces. Comes off of there. Like that. And you come along there. People not using Google services. That leaves about 3.3 billion rounded number of people not using Google services. Again, an estimation of the 4 billion doesn't count for bots and alts. It isn't sending it all. Oh. That is... That's weird. I mean, sometimes messages get blocked because they might contain a rude word or something that Google thinks is a rude word, and I have to manually enable it. But this time it wasn't getting anything. That is a bit weird. has about 4.3 billion users. No. Oh, it worked this time, yeah. It is definitely working. Now. Oh, we need some more red inserters, so we're just going to make them. Alright. And we'll copy these across. And I like having sort of like compact modules that we just can repeat. There we go. Oh, we are out of conveyor belts again. Yeah. I mean, it gets into... One of the biggest ones was the shutting down of the Google automatically... Well, Google's... Google had a system where you could have community volunteers put subtitles on your things. But the problem was it was very underutilized by Google's estimations. And worse, you can't have community subtitles. You have to have the content creator put the subtitles on. Because what was happening was spammers were using the community subtitles to put spam onto people's timeline, not timeline, sorry, onto people's videos. And they thought, because very few people are using it and spam's difficult to eliminate, we'll just disable it. But what it meant is that the communities that were using it ran into what basically, because it was a minority, the people with disabilities got affected more than most people just because they're a minority, and things tend to end up less good for them, basically. And actually, gotta go down to here. Like that. This one goes down. Right. So we can join up here. Right. But that's one of the issues that... Hold on. Ah. My headphones have ran out of power, so I'm not getting game sounds, but that's okay. I'm assuming that you are getting game sound. Just have this keep constructing. Let's check on our production. So we are seeing purple science being produced now, which is good. Yeah. It's actually backed up there. Right. Yep. No more video responses as well. Again, that was a situation where people were basically exploiting them. You had sort of like the response girls. But algorithmically, if you make a response video, the algorithm will normally pick it up. So it's not that bad. Yep. That's... Google sort of like... YouTube gets rid of a lot of features that people like. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. The getting rid of dislikes, personally, I have no issue with. After sort of like seeing Google's side and everything, it made sense because the dislike button actually didn't do anything. It didn't actually make the videos any less recommended. And it was just being used to spam. Ah. About the dislike button. I actually... Yeah, but it seemed... Well... Statistically, very few people actually made that much use of the dislike button, it turns out. And it wasn't protecting people from so like scammy channels, which is a pity. It was just more or less being used to harass people. But would like to see somebody do something about sort of like misleading tutorials and sort of like channels that recommend dangerous practices. And there was there's one of the cooking YouTubers that I've watched on and off has a lot of things about that. And also, while we're at it, I'd like to see the really weird there's channels I've ranted about before, which are... They advertise themselves as being live, but they are pre-recorded and they're just almost sort of completely computer generated, as in they're basically 𝕊𝔸ℕ𝔻ℝ level screwiness. And so I'd like to see something done about them, because technically they shouldn't be monetized under... No, I'm completely sentient and organic, but there are channels that are just basically putting... There are channels that basically staple clips together in random order. And technically it's against YouTube's monetization rules to do that. But they seem to get around it. And then legitimate channels end up running into monetization problems, which seems strange to me. I can understand how it happens. Like, you have multiple people sort of policing Google's rules, so one person will allow it and the other person will not. But it is a pain when you're trying to do something legitimate and you see other people cheating and getting away with it. Yep, that's probably it. The legitimate channels will give up and do something else because they're actually putting effort in, and the scammers can just try again because they don't actually have to consume any real energy because they're just cranking this out. Dislikes replace comments sometimes. That's true. But the strange thing is, I would much prefer if somebody disliked one of my videos for them to say what they disliked rather than hitting just the down button. Because if they disliked my video and they tell me what they disliked, I can either fix it if it's an actual problem, or I can fix it if it's an actual problem, or ignore it if it's not a real problem. But if a random person just says dislike to one of my videos, or hits the dislike button for one of my videos, I will never know if it's something I can fix. Go. This one comes up like that. Go the right way. And like that. Reverse that. There we go. And the other thing I've noticed is the amount of people not understanding. Oh, but the real problem I get irritated by is technically Google will allow mature content on the site. You can say this content is not for people between 13 and 18, and Google will actually block that content from those people. But the problem is, if you do that, excuse me, Google will basically kill that video. That video will not get recommended. So what it basically does is encourage people to make content that's mature and then lie about their maturity, how mature the content is. So you got basically content producers lying about this thing, if this thing is intended for mature audiences. We got the audience lying about their age, and nobody telling the truth, which seems to be a great way to have a system that does not work properly. And I need more conveyor belts. And we've got conveyor belts, come up. Yeah. Passenger present and maybe, but it's still a pretty good site apart from all of those things. And what the real pity is, it's currently the best site for what it does. We haven't found anything that does what YouTube does better. Yeah, it'll stop working basically when somebody figures out how to do the YouTube thing better. Yeah. And oh, right. Yeah. Well, that's a double-edged sword. Yeah. The big thing is, you stop doing that. Get you out there. Got you all contaminated now. There is... I can't even think of them at the moment. Like, there are a couple of dodgy ones. And, I mean, there are ones for erotica. But there aren't good general purpose ones at the moment. I mean, I get... Live Leak, I think, maybe. I mean, sort of Twitch and TikTok and all that is sort of... Yeah. You can't get the views, you can't get the distribution, and the other thing is the other sites don't have the monetization. So on YouTube, you can make it into a living, basically. Which is what I'm intending to do, but the other sites don't pay you as much. Yeah, it's probably getting late for you. You should consider if you need to go to bed. By the way, have you had the band performance yet? Oh, how did it go? It was... excellent! Having a completely uneventful performance means that it ran pretty smoothly. I'll bring up my... on there. Uniform still sucks, but it's going to be fun this year. Oh, uniforms always suck. I've never sort of been pleased with my uniform at any place that required me to have one. Oh, they're getting a new one. Well, these uniforms so... oh. Not shirt and jeans uniforms. Yeah. I can get that. So the uniform's built... I'm guessing the uniform is built more to look snazzy than to be useful and easy to wear, which can be a pity. There we go. I've often wondered if sort of being uncomfortable to wear is the point of some clothing. So like it shows you that, well, it shows the people who are watching that you care more about looking good than that. It shows you projects your value of looking good over feeling good. I haven't put quite the meaning in, but I hope people understand what I'm talking about. It's sort of like a way of signalling your values. There. Okay, I want to get myself some blue. One of these. Okay. And right. In here, we can go back to that points there. Right, is look. Well, uniforms is one. So that instead of seeking individuals, you see a big block marching, kind of like watching an ant colony. Yeah. Sort of a uniformity of purpose. Which directly, yeah. I mean, in the military, it's so that you can recognize your guys from the enemy. But also, I'm going to think it's so that you feel that you are a part of a common unit, so you want to support your comrades in arms rather than being an individual who makes decisions. Oh, yeah. That sounds very, quote, fun. There we go. Pop off here. We'll finish this last bit of this side. And carrying an instrument, having to control your heart rate so you don't breathe in the wrong places. Yeah, that also sounds challenging. It's a real demonstration of physical and mental fitness. That's going there. And we'll finish off at least the assemblers. It's very difficult. Most don't see it as hard. I mean, that's one of the tragedies of a lot of the sort of like performance-based things, that the easier that you make it look, part of the thing is making it look easy. But if you do that properly, people don't see the effort involved. Okay. I'm just going to collect these ones from up here. There we go. Most talk to aren't in band. You see it walking around a weird... Yep. I would definitely count it as a sport. It's sort of like one of those ones where it's like sort of like a creative sport, like gymnastics, where it's both a bit of a form of creative expression and also takes a lot of athletics. Actually, my sport counts as a half credit for PE, physical education, like powerlifting, stuff like that. That makes a lot of sense. I remember we had in school sort of two types of PE. We had sport and PE. That's where I could get out having to take a PE class. Yeah. It was one of the weird things that sport and PE were two separate classes in my school, where you would learn PE and then have to do a sport as well. I'd rather stuff for a year. Yeah. My school is more sports focused. There are kind of synonyms. Okay. Yeah. I remember that it was actually pretty weird in our school because I got out of doing some sport by agreeing to do environmental testing, basically. We would go down to the local lakes and rivers around where the school is, and we would take samples of the water and analyze them in the school science lab and send the details into the government, who were monitoring for pollution and stuff, basically. Which was a weird thing to do. Yeah, it was quite fun. And it sort of like helped the environment. So let's get rid of some of these extra items in our thing. There we go. Yeah. And it was a lot more fun than just like running around the fields and stuff. My school is kind of simple, as there are only certain types of credits you need to graduate. Yeah. You need 28 credits. There are specifics. You need 1 PE credit. That sounds pretty typical. In our school, you needed at least 2 credits of language. My school only offered Spanish. That's a pity. I did French at my school, but that was actually a real pity. We only had, well, the explanation, you won't be speaking any other languages around here. That sort of makes sense. But what if you don't want to go just around here? What irritates me is after I graduated from my school, they offered, they started to offer as foreign languages Japanese and Hindi. But I couldn't do any of them because then I'd already graduated. So I missed out on that opportunity. Alright. This principal is saying, you don't like something, go on. Yeah. I've never liked the whole, if you don't like it, then move mentality. I think there's always an opportunity. It always makes sense to want to fix the bad systems that are currently present. And let's see. Because how else are you going to improve if you don't want to put the effort into making things better? Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Okay. And we have this lined up. Might be better, but the majority won't like it. Yeah. Okay. And this is getting constructed here. So, we're going to need trains. One of those. And we're going to need steel. Let's get myself an iron train. There. Plate pick up and drop off. If you only slightly... You are always going to have regrets and think about what would have happened if you took the other option. But okay. That sounds like a lot. Hopefully, the education is worth it. Oh. A lot, but you have to pay every few months. That makes sense. Oh, I need more boxes as well. Those. We'll have that there. The education is 100% worth it. Yeah. I mean, it's one of the unfortunate aspects. If you don't have enough money, you get locked into bad schools, and then you don't get a good job, and your children don't have money, and then they can't go to good schools. So everybody is trapped in a perpetual cycle of poverty. It's one of those fortunate problems of, I was going to say the modern age, but 2, 3, 4. I am pretty sure that that type of thing has been going on forever. Does have a college in the districts. The tuition fee is immediately half off. Oh, that's good. And we kind of change this to purple pick up. Right. There's something missing here. think, yep. Full year traditions is since I left in the district. Okay. What are you thinking of studying at college? But out of district costs. Okay. There we go. Going to accountancy. Okay, that sounds like it could be good. Math, science, and history. Okay. That is a good mix. What's going on here with the signalling? History doesn't pay, science is a bit complicated, and math is just numbers. That's true. And equations and symbols and the interrelationship between the ideas. Hold on. Ah, okay, this is what's... There we go. This didn't get copied quite correctly. And change that to purple science pickup again. We'll pick up. But first, figuring out and applying a form that's right natural, I normally catch in quicker than the normal students. Yep, that's very much how I was as well. I found that I just enjoyed mathematics. It basically was fun. There we go. And like just learning the conceptual tricks. There. And that goes like that. Oh? In what way? I'm wondering if it's similar to mine. There we go. Okay. Work at home. My person. That's not odd. That's just a good... That is, in a way, a good work-life balance. Avoiding working when you are home and you are supposed to be relaxing is a good thing for your mental health. But at home, I have problems doing work. Ah, okay. I have had my issues with homework. I'm not sure it is a good pedagogical tool. And I suspect that it actually teaches bad habits to people. Because in sort of the real world, you shouldn't be expected to work when you are at home. You expect to have good work life balance and only work when you are at work. But perhaps the cynical part of me is correct, and it's like that to encourage people to work at home when they should be relaxing, and to make you feel like you're expected to do that. Rail pick up. Come down here. Supply me with more rails. And passage present. And we need some more of those too. There we go. Out of conveyor belts. Once again. Whole grade, right answer, one hope is a good thing. Yeah. I happen to agree that if you're doing an essay, you should be arguing a point that you believe in, and you should be getting the research, doing the research, and gathering the points to back you up. And that's a far better... That is a far better practice for constructing reports and essays in real life. Because normally you're not advocating for a point that you don't believe in. Unless you're not particularly... I guess lawyers sometimes do that, but it's not as common. Yeah, you want to sort of like have people learn how to present their arguments. There we go. Let's finish these off. And we'll put down a new train. Sit you here. Alright. 3, 4. I think we've got some spare coal. Yep, got some spare coal to put in here. And you are adding station. Oh, that's not what we wanted. Purple science pickup. Oops. Add weight condition. Full cargo. And we'll just nudge you forward a bit. On the manual side. get you lined up again. Go like that. Okay, that is all set up. And I'll have fuel get delivered to it soon enough. To me personally, I think the education system doesn't work, but there isn't a proper starting over, which isn't exactly probable. Yeah, I think there is room for reform, and I think stuff like educational YouTube and opportunities for lifelong learning do make things better. Sort of like basically improvements. So we don't have to quite throw out the baby with the bathwater yet, but it would be good to have improvements for sort of the basic education. Okay, so we've got unloading this. We should probably upgrade these to fast ones. There we go. So these get better saturated. Is it just... maybe. There we go. You're waiting for furnaces. Okay. Taking English classes have failed me. Started more than one sentence with "to me." There is nothing wrong with starting sentences with "to me." Here's another way a lot of the English classes have failed people. Yeah. They've tried to sell people that grammar is an arbitrary set of rules that you have to follow. And why is that pause there? And not explained. And often a lot of these rules are not actually the rules of English, but rather made up rules that some people have composed. So you get a lot of what's called prescriptive English rather than descriptive ism. Okay. So you're now filling up with that. So you're working fine. Got purple science working fine. We now have to have a delivery for that. And that will be down here. Got my train. And we're going to that base there. Right. Just noting we've been streaming for about 2 hours. I'll drop myself down at this point and we'll probably call it a stream at that point. Let's have a quick review of our stats. We've got science coming in about about 109 a minute. That's good. We've got 68k a minute of iron plate, 31k a minute of copper, and 904 of... Oh! It is a pleasure of the steel plate, so... And our production is pretty stable at the moment. We are getting things produced. We'll have to scale things up at some point. But what we'll next be doing... Since we've got this purple science here anyway, let's just stick it in our one of the labs so we can start on a little bit of research. Okay, purple goes in there. What will we research? We can go for the rocket silo now. No, we haven't got the prerequisites. So, prerequisites, productivity module 3, speed module 3. Rocket control unit. Okay. I'm almost to the end game. If I want to go for the Spidertron, I need the military tech. So that's... So we'll go to that one, start that research. And start that research. And finally, I'll need the yellow science as well to get... and automation 3, start that. And where's the rockets again? Just want to check. So we'll have to unlock yellow science, which we haven't done quite yet. And what will we need for the yellow science? The yellow science will need blue processing units, the robot frames, and the low density structures. Glass the desert build factories only good flattened ground. Yep. So next will be... Yep, we'll have the whole rainbow. We'll also need grey for a few edge cases, unfortunately. But that will come a little bit later. So I think we will call it a day here. Let's go back to my room. So we've built all of Purple Science apart from delivery. And once we do that, we will be ready to go probably into the yellow science, which we'll use to finally get to the end game. And once we get to the end game, that's when the real fun begins, because we start to optimize and expand our factory to go faster and faster and faster. So tomorrow we will be playing a bit more Kerbal Space Program, and I will be attempting to get my Kerbals back from Juna. So hopefully I'll be able to see everybody there. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you for watching live and in the archives. See you later.